Hi, I thought I'd introduce myself and give you a little update. So I'm coming back to do a video on this week's cash stuffing after a payday. Unfortunately, over the last couple of weeks, I've been so exhausted that I've actually just done the cash stuffing and not recorded. I'm noticing from the shot that this is crooked, but anyway, you get the general idea. So I had COVID over Christmas and was quite poorly for about 4 or 5 days, and then slowly recovered, and then have suffered since with quite a tight chest, and I think you can probably hear that while I'm talking, but also extreme fatigue. My boss at work has been absolutely amazing, and at the end of the day has let me go maybe an hour or two early. When I come home, I just go to bed and watch YouTube, which is fantastic because I can catch up. And then last week, I eventually made an appointment at my doctor's, and he listened to my symptoms and said that perhaps I was depressed. Admitting that on camera is quite hard, actually. I'm a mental health professional and I work with lots of people who are depressed. I am also a trained cognitive behaviour therapist and have worked for many years helping people. And it's really interesting that when it comes to yourself, you know what to do, but actually the reality is that it's really hard to do it. And yes, I do have chronic fatigue most of the time, and I've had that since the glandular fever outbreak about 10 years ago. But I'm pretty good at not pushing too hard, and I'm pretty good at resting. But this last couple of years have been so stressful. I've separated, I've lost my beautiful home that I built myself. I've gone back to work after retiring. The economy is terrible and my crafting business is struggling. And yeah, so cash stuffing really came to my saviour. In terms of, I didn't have much money, so the money I did have I needed to be really careful with. And the doctor has put me on some medication. So I'm on something called mirtazapine. It's used in elderly really well. It's used to help people sleep, and one of the biggest issues of my fatigue and my depression is that I haven't been able to sleep. Since I've been taking it, I have slept quite well when I've been off. Still struggling to sleep when I have to go to work the next day. I think it's just the thought process, so slowly changing that. But I think this is a place where you can be honest. I think it's a place where if you have depression, you need to come and talk about it, because there's nothing bad about talking about it. People should not judge you. And hell, if they judge me for having depression, I don't care. I think it adds to my ability to work with people when you know what it's like to be depressed. And chronic fatigue can be one of those symptoms of depression, and maybe because I've been in the relationship that I've just finished with for the last 10 years or so, maybe I have been depressed the whole time because I've been a carer to that person. I've had to hold their hand a lot of the relationship, and a lot of my needs weren't probably met, even though I thought they were, but they probably weren't now looking back. Anyway, getting to the cash stuffing. Well, I'm back. I've got my pay on Wednesday, yesterday. Not sure what day it is. Got my pay yesterday and I've got my cash out. I did have to go grocery shopping yesterday, and I've actually started to sell some stuff, and it's costing me a fortune in postage. Even though I'm including the postage, yeah, I've had to pay more postage than I thought. And people aren't buying, so I've got a lot of stuff on the Stampin' Up Retired website, and they're just sitting there, and lots of people are not buying Stampin' Up products anymore because they can't afford to. They're going to Temu, Shein, AliExpress, all those places that are knocking off Stampin' Up products that are beautiful. People are thinking that they're getting a bargain by paying $1 for something that actually costs Stampin' Up $70 to $80. And for those of us that work in the industry, I think Temu is just killing the industry. So please, if you see this, please support your local craft retailers, your craft demonstrators, your craft small businesses. They are really struggling right now because of Temu, because of the economy, because of the war and everything that's going on in the world. Anyway, I thought I'd introduce myself at the beginning of this. I'll probably cut this as a separate intro to the video so that you can fast forward to the main thing. Okay, thank you. I'd love to hear from you if you've suffered from depression and if you've found any really good ways to just get through each day. I do feel a bit better talking to the doctor. I feel he's better talking to friends who I've got great support. And I've made a decision to go back to the UK to hang out with my mum for a while. And mum's, even though she needs my care and help, you know, there's nothing like going home to mum, is there? And I'm sorry if you don't have a mum, because it's, yeah, even though my mum is on the other side of the world, she's still there. So thanks, mum. Thanks, my friends. Thanks, my family. You know who you are and I love you all. Thank you. I'll see you on the other side of this video. Bye.